How to do whatever the fuck you want. Step 1 is to know yourself. This practice takes a lot of time, your entire lifetime. Most people that try to do what they want are actually doing what others want for them. They were conditioned to have the same dreams, goals, and ambitions as their parents, and their parents were influenced by society, culture, their parents, and almost everything else that evolution has led to in this modern society. Start questioning who you are and let time deliver answers. Next is to reflect on what you don't want. You have to dig into your past experiences to get hints at your ideal future. And this doesn't happen overnight. Self-reflection, a constant practice of self-reflection, is a self-corrective process. It is like your compass going into the future. That is how you gain clarity on your future. You can't just imagine what you want without knowing what you don't want. Or even in that case, what you want. Like when you went on a vacation one time and you were like, oh my gosh, I would love to live in this location specifically in the future. You can reflect back on that experience and you can reap those same feelings, right? You can imagine how the air felt, or the sun on your skin, or the palm trees, or just the design of the interior of the hotel you were staying in. The certain things that you like and the certain things that you don't like over time help you construct a vision for your future that you can work towards. And this doesn't have to be perfect at the start. If you know you want to live in some remote tropical location, then you can start working towards that and creating a life that allows you to do that and spot problems that are standing in the way. If you can't because you have a job, then you need to start a business. If you don't have time to start a business, then you need to get a better job, and so on and so forth. It's going to take a lot of fucking time. And the thing with this is about what we talked about is that there is no absolute way to know that the future is certain. Like, there is no way to know with absolute certainty what you want in the future. And this is why the masses flock to secure jobs, belief systems, and other things like that. It's an illusion of certainty to avoid struggle. It's a trap. You can't skip making mistakes because, as we talked about, mistakes are your light in the dark on this journey. Life, this entire thing, all of your success boils down to endlessly solving the right problems. The next step to doing whatever the fuck you want is to do whatever the fuck you want, but with intention. Intention means that you are stretching towards a goal. It means that this is not mindlessly doing whatever the fuck you want. Because the question here is like, you don't want to do whatever you want. What if someone wants to go and murder someone or jump off a cliff? That's not what they want to do. There's mental illness and there's other things like that, which I'm not going to touch on in this video. I don't know anything about it. What I'm saying, for the average individual, I'm assuming that they do not want to run and jump off of a cliff. I'm assuming that most people want to act towards a better future for themselves and be able to live that better future so they can really do whatever they want once they know what they want. And if you look at the lives of successful people, and since they're on social media, you get direct access to this, and especially the honest ones, where I can attest to this, but most people will tell you that they wouldn't want to be doing anything else. David Goggins, as an extreme example, puts himself through a lot of pain and suffering every single day because it's rewarding, because it's something that he wants to do. He doesn't want to feel like a lazy sack of shit after shoveling an entire cake down his throat. Nobody wants that. Your illusion of that quick hit of pleasure is not a want. That's just a manufactured desire that you can't control in your head. And that's really the entire process that you need to repeat throughout your entire life. You can't just walk unconsciously, mindlessly doing what other people want you to do for the rest of your life. You have to make the conscious decision to start making conscious decisions and be conscious and aware of every single action that you plan on taking and where it is going to lead. You have to act with intention. You need to set some form of goal for your future, reflect on the past to understand and gain clarity on how to actually reach that, self-educate, learn, study via the internet in order to bridge those clarity gaps even more, start executing, give yourself a bigger time horizon, not 2 weeks, but 1% of 50 years is 6 months. And so 6 months, that's such a tiny amount of time, and people can't even make it that far because they want the quick results. They don't see the gap when you're watching someone on social media and you see a mansion or you see a car or these other things that you think you want, but you don't really want. You want the thing that lies under that those things are hinting at, but you can't see beyond the surface and actually dig deep into what you actually want. And we see those things, and since they're just so readily available to see without putting any work, and it feels good, it's like it's a weird feeling when you get the cheap dopamine from looking at those things, but it keeps you in this surface level living where you don't even think, like most people will say, oh, like lucky for him, he has the mansion, he has the fancy car, he has the hot wife. And it's like, if you actually think about it, it probably took him, and it did take him, it took everyone their entire lives to get to that point. There are, of course, special cases here, but that's just another quick fix mindset bullshit, right? So you see the thing, you get the cheap dopamine hit, and then you get the next cheap dopamine hit from thinking, oh, they're just rich, they're just lucky, they were born with this money, this mansion, all of the above. And it's just another form of dopamine that keeps you enslaved in this little mindless bubble of not doing what you want. So that's just the thing. If you aren't seeing results in your life, it's because you're distracted. You don't know what you want out of life because you haven't tried anything. You haven't tried anything because you make excuses for the results that other people have and how they actually got those things. And because you haven't tried anything, that means you haven't committed anything, so you haven't stuck it out long enough to actually have enough skill to get results with that thing. And then lastly, you don't know what's possible because you haven't moved forward in life by trying something, committing to it for even just 3 months and acquiring some form of skill in that domain. Because what you want right now may be completely different tomorrow, in a week, in a month, in a year, in a decade. So you have to consistently self-correct along this path until it really depends on how soon you start this journey. But let's say you start this journey at 16, you realize, okay, I am definitely able to do more with my life. And so I'm going to start now. And even if you fall off here and there, you're going to get to your ideal life much, much quicker than someone starts at like 30. And with all of this is supposed to be difficult. Life is difficult. There is struggle and conflict baked into the system. You can see this at every single level or perspective going up and up the ladder of everything. It's not only the struggle and conflict in your little brain that reflects on the cosmic scale as well. Stars explode all the time. There's wars going on right now. Struggle is a universal thing. It is very unwise to think that it is not supposed to be a part of your life. And once you realize that it is supposed to be a part of your life and that it is the secret for unlocking the profound lessons that birth after the battle is resolved, the creative emergence after that is also reflected on all scales of life, that is when things start to get good. So learn to fall in love with the struggle or the challenge by leaning into it. And it does get a lot easier with time. But that is it for this short video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it brought some insight. I'm enjoying doing these short ones because it keeps it a bit more bite-sized, and it reminds not only me, but hopefully you to stay on this path that we are on. I feel like that's what good content does. It encourages you. It doesn't give you all of the steps. It encourages you to create them for yourself and think for yourself. And I am but a gentle reminder along the path. So I appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, check links in the description for courses, free tools, other good stuff, and enjoy the rest of your day.